Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov, Shavua Tov. We are starting today with the Halachot of Purim, B'ezrat Hashem. So we started yesterday. We read Parashat Shekalim, the Arba Parashiot, but we're going to be starting our Halachot from Taanit Esther, Siman Taf Resh Pei Vav. Shulchan Aruch opens by saying, Chanukah and Purim mutar litanot lifneim ulacharem. Chanukah and Purim, you could fast before them and after them. And we know, Halacha Bet, Mitanim Beyud Gimel Be'adar, we fast on the 13th of Adar. And if Purim falls out on a Sunday, then we fast on the Thursday prior. So, as well, this year, it falls out on a Friday, but in Yerushalayim, it falls out on Shabbat. This is Purim Meshulash, a lot of interesting halachot. So, they're going to also do the fast on Thursday like us. They're going to read the Megillah on Friday like us, but they're going to have their Seudah on Sunday. That's why it's that's different halachot for Yerushalayim. But we're going to be fasting B'ezrat Hashem next Thursday. Before we know it, a little bit less than 2 weeks away. The Mishnah Berurah over here explains that on the 13th of Adar, so what happened? The 13th of Adar, that was not the 3 days that Esther designated as fast days. But rather, 13th of Adar was when Haman had his goral, was that day. That day was a day of war. So they came to fight us, and we, by that time, had the ability to fight back and defend ourselves, and we won the war. But during war, says the Mishnah Berurah, that Mordechai and the people fighting, they were fasting as well. As the Chachamim tell us, that Moshe Rabbeinu, when they fought Amalek, they were also fasting. So it says it must be that was a known thing, that when you go to war, you fast as well. You might think it's the opposite. But therefore, it must be that they also fasted. Could be maybe just the leaders, Moshe and Mordechai, but there was also an element of fast when it came to war, fast and prayer and going to war. And therefore, that's what we're doing on the 13th of Adar. We won the war, and then celebration is the next day. Here he says unbelievable words. He says, we do this, and it's called Taanit Esther, Kedei Lizkor, to remember, She'Hashem Yitbarach ro'eh v'shomea kol ish be'et tzarato, ka'asher yit'aneh v'yashuv el Hashem b'chol levavo. That Hashem, we do this, we fast on the 13th of Adar to remember that Hashem Yitbarach, He sees and listens to every single person when they're going through a struggle, and they fast and they do teshuvah with their entire heart. Just like in those days, you can be assured Hashem is going to see and listen to you. Unbelievable. The Shulchan Aruch, the Ramah over here says that if, of course, a person is not feeling well, even in a way that it's a little bit lighter than other fasts, let's say it's just his eyes are hurting, but he has to really be not feeling well, then he does not need to fast. When it comes to women that are pregnant, then they don't fast even if they're feeling fine. And there's various halachot regarding that, but I go with Rav Ovadia Yosef and many others that the entire duration of a lady's pregnant, and even 2 years after a lady gives birth, that she should not fast except for Tisha B'Av and Yom Kippur. If there's a Brit Milah on the Taanit Esther, but if it was a pushed off Taanit Esther, then there's leniencies there. That's what the Ramah talks about that, but we won't get into those halachot. The last thing he mentions here, the Shulchan Aruch for the Siman, something interesting. Yesh mit'anim, there's a custom. I don't know anyone that does the custom, probably in private. Yesh mit'anim, shlosha yamim, zecher the Taanit Esther. There's some people that actually indeed fast for 3 days, zecher for the actual Taanit Esther for 3 days. The Mishnah Berurah says that it's not 3 days in a row like it was done then. You might have thought that way. But he says people have a minhag to do the Monday, Thursday, and Monday following Purim as a zecher for those 3 days. Okay, it's a minhag, not a requirement, but this minhag is brought down in the Shulchan Aruch. So with that, we complete Siman Taf Reish Pei Vav, and we'll continue tomorrow with the chiyuv of Kriyat Megillah Taf Reish Pei Zayin. Minchat tonight and all week long at 5:55. Have a good day, everyone. Shavua Tov.